yeah, this is my previous YouTube blog, Journal from Bad Alternate Universe, and this is the video that they still have not restored this video. I mean, this is the video I talked about it. I talked about it right before I started publishing at my next YouTube blog. I talked about the way that YouTube has all these rules that are supposedly people have to abide by in order to publish videos at YouTube, and it's just like there's millions and millions and millions of videos at YouTube that are in total violation of YouTube's written rules about how people are supposed to behave at YouTube and what kind of videos they're supposed to publish. You know, and YouTube itself is in constant violation of its own rules in terms of the way it treats me, in terms of other things it does. It promotes a conglomerate agenda, which is nothing if not violent, nothing if not harassing, nothing if not, you know, predatory, sexually predatory, and in other ways. I mean, it is hypocrisy around the clock. I mean, there is nothing about anything the conglomerate does that is not just totally and absolutely dishonest and hypocritical and harmful. And actually, the last time that I went to the part of Boston where I had filmed this video, it was total chaos. I mean, there was tons of stalking. There was a caution cone right in front of Citizens Bank, which is where I had been harassed by a male employee who was supported by another male employee when I told him not to harass me. You know, and it was right after I had left that Citizens Bank that another, just some random stranger, some guy, walked up to me. You know, was walking past me. He harassed me. I asked him, he coughed at me. I said, "Did you cough at me?" He said, "I coughed." You know, and I turned on the camera and held it up and said, you know, please don't. You know, I was like, how about you not do that to me or anybody else ever again? And he went right for me. I mean, he was definitely either going to break my camera, hit me. You know, I'm sure if it hadn't been broad daylight and there hadn't been a lot of people around, and he was an actual physical assault is still at least technically illegal. He would have just, I think he would have just like taken my camera, broken it, hit me. You know, he was very, very violent. It was very obvious from the video that he was. You know, and so I talked about this. I mean, I talked about this like at the end. You know, I talked about what YouTube had done. You know, it doesn't seem like anything at all has happened to YouTube, nor is it afraid of anything happening to it because I talked about those things. I would imagine probably YouTube is planning to destroy other videos of mine that I will publish if people are threatening towards me that way again. You know, and yeah, I mean, take a look at its own rules. What its own rules are supposedly are, right? It's just you know, just from yeah. A certain level of trust. You trust to be responsible. You know, I think I'm pretty responsible. You got to be kidding me. There are literally millions of videos at YouTube. You know, all sorts of videos that violate all of these rules, right? All of them. It's disgusting. And YouTube itself is constantly engaged in predatory behavior. I mean, it stalks me, it threatens me, it harasses me, it tries to intimidate me. You know, of course it invades my privacy, you know, as far as other people's personal information and inciting others to commit violent acts. All the time. All the time. It's just, you know, give me a break. Give me a break. Oh, you never stop threatening me. You never stop threatening me. Even just to the death, right? As far as being attacked, humiliated, it's all the time. It's all the time. You couldn't be more shocking. You couldn't be more gross. You're absolutely horrifying, right? Harassment, intimidation, all that stuff. And then this, I just published this video, right? I just published this video on my next YouTube blog, right? And YouTube added these things, added these videos at the end. And these are the names they've given them. It happens all the time. Except that here's this. This is YouTube referring to somebody that I haven't spoken to or heard from in more than 20 years, right? And she wasn't gay. I wasn't gay. You know, I'm not gay now. We didn't have a gay relationship. I mean, they must have just been waiting for me to publish something about gay people so they could try to add this video, right? And this is something the conglomerate does all the time. Also, it's just like torment people from my past and try to torment me about people from my past. No matter who they were, no matter what my relationship was with them, no matter what the situation was, she was just a friend. That's it. That's all it was. You know, and I literally haven't even spoken to her in more than 20 years. Talk about coercion, and talk about being absolutely and entirely hypocritical about everything you say about what your site is supposed to be for. Right? I mean, YouTube is a bunch of liars. Like everybody else in the conglomerate, they're a bunch of liars, a bunch of bullies. That's all they are.